Oh, mercy. Your brother from the gutter, the slick one, is back once again behind the wood for the open bar, direct from Typhoid Studios in sunny South Buffalo, where there's never a cover, never a minimum. And I am recording this slick cast on Saturday night, Sunday morning. It is, I forgot today's date. I know my birthday was just a few days ago. Yes, I'm 29 again. More like 64 with the mind of a 23-year-old and the body of a 64-year-old. It's not easy, but somehow I manage. I don't know how I do it. So, yeah, as I knock things over here, I've got the wild turkey out again tonight. You hear that? So I'm dipping into this a little bit. Just saw an excellent movie tonight. Hilarious. And what a killer cast, a dynamic cast this movie has got. Adam Driver, Seth MacFarlane plays this egomaniac, crazy NASCAR driver. Katie Holmes is in this. Hilary Swank, Dwight Yoakam, Daniel Craig. And it is it's an out-to-lunch comedy is what it is, and it is directed by Steven Soderbergh. And basically, it's about this these two brothers, and one of them's a bartender. The other one just got fired from the coal mine that he was working in, and so they come up with this insane plan. It's just completely insane to steal, make a big heist at the NASCAR race. They break into the NASCAR vault during the big NASCAR race in Charlotte, North Carolina, to steal all this money. And it's fucking hilarious. Really, really well done. Out to lunch. Logan Lucky is the name. It's on Netflix. Also saw a good scary movie. If you like the scary stuff, I give it an 8 on the creepo meter. On the creeper meter, the slick creeper meter, and that is a movie which also is a few years old, came out in 2018, and it is called The Barbarian. Takes place in Detroit. Do I need to say more? Okay. I mean, Detroit is pretty scary. This is the scary part of Detroit, where this film takes place, and it is creepy. So check those two movies out. Listen. Have I ever given you bad advice on movies?
You are the Duke of New York. You're a number one.
And while we speak, Trump's big, beautiful bullshit bill has just narrowly passed the U.S. Senate with $3.8 trillion in debt that it will add in a late-night Saturday session. The Senate passed the bill. Yes, there's cuts to Medicaid, food stamps, green energy, which is why Elon Musk is attacking Trump once again. There'll be, no tax breaks for solar, wind, electric cars. Yeah, Elon's got his titties up in a twister about that. And the bill as it currently stands would be the biggest transfer of wealth from the poor to the rich in U.S. history. Now, the biggest loser is going to be folks making under $76,000 a year. The CBO is saying, that's the nonpartisan Congressional Budget Office, is saying the cuts will cause some 16 million people to lose their health insurance. Yes, people will die because of this bill, and it'll be devastating, especially to rural hospitals, mostly in red states. And in turn, because of that, because of these Medicaid cuts, many programs for the elderly and disabled will be cut due to budget shortfalls by states because they get money from Medicaid and they have these programs. They're going to be cut. I think it's a suicide vote myself for the Republican Party. I think Trump is taking them over the cliff, and they're going to go right with him. And, him and his stupid fucking tariff war. Make no mistake, Trump will lose the House and Senate. And hopefully, by a big enough margin that they have enough people to impeach his ass. And now Eric Trump says he may run for president.
I wish I had a retarded mind like you.
Yeah, so I hope they have enough votes to impeach his crooked and moronic ass. Should they take it all back, which they should, especially if this bill goes through. Now, it's got to go back to the House, and then Trump's got to sign it, which, of course, he will. But the biggest transfer of wealth, I'll tell you, look at all the people that voted for Trump that are now getting it up their wazoo lock from this clown. Unbelievable.
I smoke a lot of dope, and I get drunk, and there's nothing wrong with that.
Certainly. And you got to love the way the right wing and the corporate Democrats are shitting their pants over Democratic Socialist Magdani, who won the Democratic primary for mayor of New York City. Wall Street is basically shitting bricks right now that this guy may become the next mayor of New York City in November when they have the general election. He won the primary against Cuomo and some other people. Now, Magdani has proposed some wild stuff, like, for instance, some of his popular ideas, freezing rent in the city of New York City. Also, he's talking about municipality-owned supermarkets, which they already have in some areas with food deserts in the United States. So that's not really people are rocking him out because of that. Listen, the guy ran a smart campaign. He did social media well. He's an up-and-comer, and he beat the establishment. And people are tired of this shit. The man is giving you some, at least he's giving you some, he's addressing the issues that people have. They're tired of the rent, not being able to afford the rent. They're tired of not being able to afford their food. So, yeah, if they open up a grocery store that's owned by the city of New York and they're making minimum profits off it, just enough to, pay the cashiers or whatever, the stock boys, then, yeah, I mean, maybe that's what it's come to. If the wealthy want to save capitalism, okay, they've got to stop being so fucking greedy. They're squeezing the shit out of everybody. It's got to stop. It's got to stop. And like I said, I think this bill, if it's anything like it is, unless it gets radically changed, this vote, only one Republican senator voted against it. But it's a suicide vote. It really is.
They're eating the dog.
And ICE continues its reign of terror throughout the United States, rounding up just about everybody and their brother, including, yes, some American citizens have been scooped up by mistake and, almost, or in some cases, deported. And now Trump just won a Supreme Court decision where they say you could deport somebody to a third country. So you get, let's say you're Mexican, you come over here, they deport you and they send you to Libya. You don't know anybody there, you're fucked. What are you going to do? They send you to some prison camp in Libya. And hey, try this one on for size. Now, this is in Oklahoma. So you got to remember, folks, it's Oklahoma. That's right. Oklahoma will now teach high school students debunked 2020 election fraud theories as fact. Oklahoma has instituted updated academic standards in 2025 requiring schools, I kid you not, to teach high school students that widespread fraud impacted the outcome of the 2020 U.S. presidential election. So, listen, not that the next rocket scientist is coming from Oklahoma, okay? Which I read an article one time about Oklahoma. It said it was the worst place in the country to have a heart attack. These hayseed Okies are going to be learning Trump's conspiracy theories as fact. And this can go along with Trump's whole agenda to erase history, like slavery never happened, right? All the woke stuff. He's the biggest woke whiner that there is. What are you kidding me? This fucking guy biggest sore loser that ever walked the face of the earth. You want to talk about a candy ass baby, spoiled rich kid baby. It's Donald fucking Trump. So, yeah, things are scary. So what are you going to do? Just live it up and enjoy yourself while you're here on this planet. That's all I can say at this point. I'm looking forward to Bill season. I'm looking forward to some summer happy hours. And, of course, don't forget that this podcast is streamed on Apple, Spotify, Amazon, iHeart, YouTube, and, of course, we originate out of Podbean. So tell all of your idiot friends where to find me here. It's Slick's Open Bar. Go to slicktom.com if all else fails, and you will get all of our Slickcast right there. We want to say thanks, as usual, to our technical and graphical genius behind the scenes, Julia from Lakewood Studios in Barker, New York. Lakewood Studios, if you need any type of internet stuff or help, she is the person to contact. Look them up on the internet.
They may be drinkers, Robin, but they're also human beings.
All right, listen, that's all I got for you. Until next time, remain calm, circle the wagons, go Bills. And yes, live fast, die old, and above all, weed, whiskey, and Warren Zevon. Peace out.
Hail to the king, baby.